Hello. Should I say hello or should I say bonjour? Because today we are going to listen to Laurent Garnier. Or should I say, let's see how it goes. Voulez-vous écouter de la Techno de Laurent Garnier? Right? Did I get it right? Right? Well, I hope so. Hope you appreciate my effort. So, Laurent Garnier Unreasonable Behaviour. That is the album we're going to be reviewing today. It came out in 2000. It came off of, it was released on Laurent Garnier's album label, which is F Communications. And as it says on the back here, warning, the vinyl contains different tracks and mixes from the CD. Unreasonable Behavior, you said it. Okay, yeah, when I saw that the first time when I bought this back in 2000, I was like, I want to have all the songs. I don't want just some. I want all of them. But I happened to come across the ones that are actually, well, at least it does say, there's Acid Eiffel, I think. Let me see. Let's take a look here. Disco. Laurent Garnier. So as far as this album goes, it's pretty. I mean, it's a mix of really good songs and some are experimental, but yet it is very pleasant to listen to. For instance, let's see. So Unreasonable Behavior. It's got 12 songs on it. The Warning, City Sphere, Forgotten Thoughts, The Sound of the Big Baboo, and Unreasonable Behavior. Cycles, The Oppositions, The Man with the Red Face, and then Communications from the Lab, Greed Part 1 and 2, and Dangerous Drive, and then Downfall, and then Last Tribute from the 20th century, which is okay. So the other songs that I've noticed that are not on the CD but are probably on an LP or just not on the CD. There's Acid, Eiffel, Smart Move, Madness, and that's it. Those three songs, I believe, unless you know of any others that were supposed to be on this CD. Well, anyways, I did listen to Acid Eiffel, Smart Move, and Madness. Madness is just like over 3 minutes long, and it's actually pretty funny. I mean, it's a pretty good song. As I say, funny. This album is very funny in its own way. I mean, this could be the Big Baboo, right? The best songs on the album, in my opinion, are the Sound of the Big Baboo, The Man with the Red Face, and then Dangerous Drive. Downfall is pretty good too. The other ones are kind of experimental, but they're still nice to listen to. Yeah, I mean, it's it's techno and house, kind of combination of sounds. The Unreasonable Behavior is only like a minute and 20 seconds, and it's like this, someone saying, Unreasonable Behavior. Unreasonable Behavior for a minute and 20 seconds. The warning which starts off the album is actually a warning to let you know that this song, this album is gonna blow your socks off. I mean, it's pretty good. I like it. I especially like the art that I think his name. Let's see, his name is Seb Jarnot, Jarnot. He's the one that creates all these beautiful drawings, if not hilarious. So, for instance, the warning, the city sphere, which is nice. Then there's Forgotten Thoughts, which is pretty good. Forgotten Thoughts is dedicated to Carl Cox, he's a DJ producer from England. But he was born in America, but apparently he moved to England and has lived in England since I know the last time. I think he lives down in southern England, in a right up against the waters of southern England. So there's these beautiful drawings, funny drawings to go with each song. Unreasonable Behaviour, Cycles, the Oppositions, Communications from the Lab, The Man with the Red Face. So you see. So my favorite is this Dangerous Drive. This guy, the big babu, is driving very dangerously, and of course it dangerous, the drive of the music, like you know what I mean, right? Greed part 1 and 2, Fork and a Knife. Downfall, which is kind of sad, with Ukraine. What can you do about that situation? It breaks my heart. Last tribute from the 20th century, with someone saying, "Please play this song. Please play before you end. Can you put a request up? Please play this song before Y2K goes away." Do you guys remember Y2K? Anyway, that was crazy. But as far as this album goes, it is pretty good. I mean, I bought it when it came out, and like I said, Downfall is really good. It's a good techno beat. Dangerous Drive is the longest song on the album, and it not a minute is wasted in that song. It's beautiful. Forgotten Thoughts, like I said, it's dedicated to Carl Cox, because in the song Forgotten Thoughts, you can kind of hear like a woo, and it's not Dangerous Drive, it's Forgotten Thoughts. So the one thing that Carl Cox is famous for is that he's able to DJ on 3 separate turntables at the same time, all playing at the same time. Think about that. Carl Cox is one of those pioneers that you'll be blown out of your mind if you listen to him. He was on volume 1 of Mixmag volume 1. There was a mix by Carl Cox and Dave Seaman. Dave Seaman was editor of Mixmag, and he happened to like, he was also DJing. But then Carl Cox he really came from the rave culture, or the dancing and throwing parties late into the night until the dawn. So like I said, Forgotten Thoughts is dedicated to Carl Cox. And the one thing that I really like about this album is on Unreasonable Behavior. It says, don't forget that the sounds and music that created techno have come from other kinds. And it's repeated twice. So it's like he really wants us to be able to think about that, because Detroit techno came from the 80s, and it's borrowed many different genres. Have You can hear so much influence from other genres in techno music, believe it or not. The other thing that I like about this album, Unreasonable Behavior, is that Sidney Beckett's French jazz player and creator of music, his son, which is not Sidney Beckett, but what's his name? What is Sidney Beckett's son's name? Daniel Beckett. So Daniel Beckett plays on track 9, which is Greed, part 1 and 2. He plays electro percussion, and which is actually pretty interesting if you think about it. And then, of course, there's some saxophone playing on track 7, which is The Man with the Red Face. And a lot of people like that song, especially the remixes that you can hear. And like Acid Eiffel is exactly that. It's a 6-minute techno acid track. But Smart Move is actually very unique because he plays actual piano on Smart Move, and it's nothing like house from Chicago, right? But it's definitely, you don't hear Laurent Garnier playing a lot of piano. And this track, Smart Move, is actually has some piano playing on it, which is pretty good. It's not on the album, but you can definitely hear it. If you look around on the internet, you can find it. And also Madness. Madness is amazing. I can't believe that Madness, which is 3 minutes and 19 seconds long, is not on the album. I mean, it was such a... I guess it was done by the Big Babu. He did not want Madness to be on the album. But, that's how it goes, guys. The Big Babu is what he makes the decisions on this album. Big Babu. Look at him. If he doesn't, then he's going to have you for supper. Yeah, look at him. He's scary, isn't he? No, he's just a big party animal. A big party animal that likes to listen to techno music. And, yeah, so, I mean, this album is really cool. I mean, it has great music by Laurent Garnier, and the beautiful art by Seb, what's his name again? Seb Jarnot, Jarnot. So, and then obviously Sidney Beckett's son, Daniel Beckett, and then also the saxophone that's played on The Man with the Red Face, and the unusual, maybe not so unusual, but the dedication to Carl Cox by Forgotten Thoughts. I guess, yeah, if you listen to Forgotten Thoughts, you kind of can hear the kind of music that Carl Cox makes, and it's that like he's scratching on a LP. right? Going back and forth. Anyway, this album, I would give it the ranking. I would give it out of 10. I would probably give it, let's see, 7.9. Oh, don't. I know somebody's gonna say that rating is very low. But, hey, it's my channel, and I get to decide. So 7.9 is what I give it. Alright? Okay, well, anyways, I hope you like this review. If you've heard this album, please give us what you know about it. What songs do you like the most? Have you heard the tracks that are not on the album? And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Come on, man, please. And give this review a like, so it can go far. And with that, I say, with unreasonable behavior, goodbye.